Hello friends, today I am going to deliver the lecture on a topic introduction to cyberspace, and within this topic we have to learn about the different types of the cyber security, the different types of the softwares and the hardware concepts, and then the agenda for this session is what is the cyberspace, the cyberspace history, cyber laws, the cyber laws and cyber security, and the cyberspace. The objective of this topic is learner should would be able to understand the details of the cyberspace, the cyber laws. Now, I will give you the brief introduction of the cyberspace. This cyberspace refers to the virtual computer world and, more significantly, an electronic medium that is used to facilitate online communication. The cyberspace typically involves a large computer network made up of many worldwide computer subnetworks that employ TCP/IP, and the full form of the TCP/IP is a Transmission Control Protocol oblique Internet Protocol, and these protocols those are aid in communication and data exchange activities. Means when one has to use the cyberspace, then these two protocols those are important. And as you know, the protocols those are the definition of the protocol is nothing but the rules and the regulation, and these rules and the regulations those are decided for proper operating of the uh, proper operating of different types of the uh, internet things, and which is related with the cyberspace. This cyberspace core feature is an interactive and virtual environment for a broad range of participants. Means when we consider the cyber concept of a cyberspace, at that time the more people those are involved within that much of a cyberspace, and this cyberspace allows users to share the information, interact with each other, share their ideas, play the different types of the games, engage in discussion or social forums, conduct the business, and create the natural media and many other activities. The term cyberspace was initially introduced by the scientist William Gibson in 1984, neuromancer. This uh, Gibson scientist criticized the team years, calling it suggestive and essentially meaningless. And you know very well, the cyberspace is you can say that ideal things, and over here we know we are aware with these much of technologies, with these much of methodologies. WhatsApp everyone is using nowadays, Facebook most of the people those are using, and these are these are the social media, and this social media is majorly related, or I can say that mostly related with the cyberspace, and all the virtual things or the virtual participants those are there. No one knows to each other very well, like our physical life. The cyber definition, we'll see the definition of a cyberspace. The best way to define the cyberspace is the virtual and the dynamic space that is created by the people. Means the when we say that the cyberspace is a what the human societies make of it. The team cyberspace seemed to have originated from the science fiction movie, and however in 21st century it has become an integral part of our lives nowadays. Let us learn about the cyberspace is the importance of laws to determine the cyber security in the introduction of the cyberspace. According to the cyberspace, the definition it is the web consisting of consumer computers, electronics, and communication networks by which the consumer is connected to the world. The cyber will see the cyberspace history. The word cyberspace is first made its appearance in William Gibson's science fiction book Necromancer, the book that describes an online world filled with the computers and associated societal elements. The author described the cyberspace as a 3D virtual landscape that is created by network of computers. Although it looks like a physical space, it is generated by the computer representing the abstract data. Now we'll go for the concept of a cyberspace, and as per the cyberspace meaning, the cyberspace is a virtual space with no mass, gravity, or no boundaries. Means there are nowhere boundaries for the cyberspace, and it is interconnected space between networks of computer system. Now, how the working of this cyberspace is performed in a computer, that we have to see, and that working that is performed in a form of bits. And when we aware with the concept of bits and the bytes, when we consider the concept of bit and bytes, at that time zeros and ones, those are used to define the cyberspace. Means it is a binary numbering system that is used, and our data means that we are used, that is get transferred into that much of a binary numbers, and it means that that data is stored in a binary format, that is, as I earlier told you, either in a 0 or a 1, means in a number form. That data will be get stored or converted from our English language to that much of a numbers, and then later on when we see that much of a data, and that thing that data will get converted again back into the that much of a English language, and that thing we observe with the help of a mail that will be sent by one person to the another one. When one person sends the mail to the another person, at that time that English word that will be get converted when it will be get processed by the server or via the internet, and then it will be get transferred or it will be get converted into its binary numbers, either 0 or 1, and then later on the receiver when sees that much of a email, then he can't see that much of a message in a binary format. Again, it is essential that that data will get converted into its English format or original text, and in that way that conversion will happen. Means actual working within a hardware part of a computer, in the sense the in a CPU of computer, that is performed in the binary language or in a binary format, and in that way the processing of all the data that will be done in a binary format by the computer, and later on it will be get converted into its original text. And this, it is a dynamic environment. Means the cyberspace is nothing but the dynamic environment where these values changes continuously. Means these zeros and the ones, those will be changes continuously as per the processing will be done by the sender as well as the receiver. And it can also be defined as a imaginary location where two parties can converse. As I earlier mentioned you, two parties are there or two persons are there, and they are trying to communicate with each other either via the that I already told you, the email, via the WhatsApp, via the Facebook, and the communication is performed with the help of these much of conversation between the two persons or two parties, we can say that. And if we look into the cyberspace meaning, it is not a physical space but a digital medium. And the differences between the physical world and the cyberspace, that is as follows. The cyberspace is a dynamic, exponential, and undefined. On the other hand, the physical world is a well defined, static, and incremental. On the second differentiating point between the cyberspace and the physical world is that in case of a cyberspace, no fixed shape is there rather than a vast as a human imagination. While on another hand, the physical world will be the fixed contours. Means fixed contours, those are used in the physical world. And as you know, when two persons are communicating with each other physically, means they shaking hand with each other, they meeting with each other, they talk with each other. But that thing is not possible when we are using the WhatsApp as well as the Facebook. All the things are virtual, you know very well. You don't know the address, exact correct address of that person to whom you are communicating. The same thing is there in case of a WhatsApp and the Facebook. But over here in the physical world, you know the exact and correct address of the person, and we know the where he is living and how to communicate, in which place we have to meet, and the other activities that you are performing. That is a basic difference between the physical world and the, you can say that, the cyberspace. This cyberspace can be compared to a human brain where the network of computer represents the countless neurons and the connections between them. Therefore, it can be considered as a link between the physical and the infinite world. Means here, when we use the cyberspace, concept of a cyberspace, at that time we are connecting the two physical, trying to connect the two physical persons with each other, and using the concept of virtuality. And when the virtually person will get connected, then there must be the link or some media that will be there, and that media will be there used with the help of either WhatsApp, Facebook, or email. These are the some of the things. And now see over here the picture, how the that cyberspace looks like. The person who is means doing his work or traveling in a cyberspace in a sky, he having the laptop with his hand, the mobile in his hand, and he has tied some material which is related with the calculator, or you can say that no more called calculator, other devices here he has bounded in his with him, and he has doing his work, and he has no more time to spend the other activities, to perform other activities, and he are doing his traveling here in air. And the picture is a very good example of that much of a thing. Now there are the next concept is the cyber law. This cyber law that covers all the legal issues related to the communicative, distributive, and the transactional aspects of network related information devices and the technology. Means communication is there, the distribution is there, and the transaction is there. And to control all these activities, some of the laws, those were get decided by the government in case of a physical world or world, you can say that. But in case of a virtual world, or you can say that in case of a cyber space, these things are not there. Means there are the different, it means that it is a different from the property law or any other law. Means when we have to design or develop the cyber laws, then those must be the different from the real laws, or you can say that the laws those were get developed by the government. Unlike the property law, It is not so distinct, and it is a broader since it covers several areas of laws and the regulation. It encapsulates the statutory, legal, and constitutional provisions related to the computers and the internet. These cyber laws are related to individuals and institutions that play a crucial role in providing cyberspace access to the people, generate software and or hardware to allow people with entry into cyberspace, make use of their computer systems to gain entry into the cyberspace. And if we go by the cyberspace definition, the cyber law can be considered as related to the regulatory and the legal properties of the internet, and any activities which are related to the concern with the legal aspect of the cyberspace come under the this much of a law. In order to ensure that humans do not misuse the cyber technologies, the cyber laws are generated. Means misuse of the cyber law, you know very well, that will be done by majorly by the hackers, and the hackers will be used those much of things in case of hacking your money or the amount via that is in your bank account. The some amount is there, the hackers are concentrated on that much of amount, and how the hackers can take that stole that much of amount from your account and transfer that amount to their own account. These things will be happen nowadays, and you are aware these much means these are the frauds, those are happening nowadays. And the overall idea of the cyber law is to stop any person from violating the rights of the other person in a cyberspace. That I already told you the example, that is a hacking of a money, or you can say that transferring of a money from others account to our own account by the hacker, and these things will be happen nowadays. That is called as a cyber crime. And to overcome that much of a issue of a cyber crime, it is essential that the cyber laws, those needed to be get developed, and that you can say that that is a violation, and any kind of violation of cyber rights is considered to be a cyberspace violation and is deemed punishable under the cyber law. Means the any violation of the rule, or you can say that the cyber rights, those are the punishable under the cyber laws. And it is important to note that since cyberspace does not belong to the physical world, as I earlier mentioned you, the physical world is not involved in a cyberspace. The physical laws do not apply to the cyberspace crime. That I already mentioned you. The everyone in a cyberspace is you can say that imaginary. That's why the physical laws, actual laws, those are developed by the government. Those not applicable to that cyber crime or cyberspace crime. And the separate set of cyber laws, those are formulated by the government to provide the cyber security to the cyber users. And such cyber laws are needed to monitor and prevent any fraudulent or illegal activities for the human. Then we go for the different types of the cyber laws and the cyber security. And in order to ensure that humans do not misuse the cyber technologies, the cyber laws are generated. The overall idea of a cyber law is to stop any person from violating the rights of the other persons in a cyberspace, and any kind of violation of cyber rights is considered to be as a cyberspace violation and is deemed to punishable under the cyber law. Here, in case of the cyber law, it is essential to define the different arms of the cyber security, and the two main acts, those are considered in India for the cyber security, and they are namely the Indian Penal Code 1860, and second one, the Information Technology Act 2000. Means these two laws, those are designed or developed, or you can say that made for the cyber, providing the cyber security, or you can say that providing the hacking of the data, hacking of the, you can say, the amount or the money from the one person account to the other person account. When it comes to law and order, the internet may seem like the wild west. Now see this figure or see this picture. The mail is shown over here, internet is there, blogs are there, and the wild west, that will be those will be get controlled or get monitored with the help of these much of laws. Means the thing will become easy over there. Now we see this much of a picture. Here the court cannot grasp how business inventions have changed since the industrial revolution, or how communication methods have changed since Alexander Graham Bell. Then they might make decisions that misapply the law due to a misunderstanding of facts about the technology. Means due to the misunderstanding. Now the examples are there. The old age people, those doesn't those never use the new technology, or they doesn't aware with they doesn't want to use the new technology, or you can say that even also the ATM card, the internet, because of they found that some hacking will be there, some amount of their some money from their account that will be get transferred to others account. That dangerous, or that scenario is there always in a mind, and due to which they are not daring to transfer the data using the net banking, or you can say that the online transfer. We are aware with that, and also they are not willing to use these much of new technologies due to the fear in their mind. Now the cyberspace and the cyber security. The time and again we have realized that cyberspace has inherent unsafe due to number of entry points into the internet. You know very well how many persons nowadays are using the internet. You never know. Thousands, millions, billions people are using the internet, and they are performing their task or performing their different tasks according to their requirement. Someone using the sending the mail, someone purchasing the something online by paying the amount online, or you can say that another person transfers the amount using the internet, net banking he is using. The different types of the things, those are get performed with the help of the internet, and the cyberspace handles this much of heavy traffic volumes every second. Every second the cyberspace cyberspace has to handle this much of a heavy traffic. Billions of the emails, as I earlier mentioned you, and websites, those are being accessed every minute. Also billions of dollars are electronically transferred around the world by the banks every day. The intangible dimensions, means number of dimensions of cyberspace, make it cause of destruction to regulate the conventional law. The electronic information has become the main target of the cybercrime. It is also characterized by extreme mobility, which exceeds by far the mobility of persons, goods, or other services. In commercial world, the cyberspace is a place where global video conferencing takes place. Collaborative projects occur where many of the key members may be in different geographical locations, and others are online, others are using online tools and information system, and which hold massive amount of information, massive amount of money transfer, and all the all across the world. The cybercrime is the latest and the perhaps most complicated problem in the cyber world. Some of the modern challenges as a CIO, that is a, you can say that, chief information officer uh, faces include managing employee awareness of the threats, and it is also developing an effective cyber security program in line with the organization's mission, managing the risk and ensuring the flexibility in the organization's information system. The cybersecurity is a protection of interconnected systems such as hardware, software, and data from the cyber threats. The practice is used by individuals and a project to protect against illegal access information. A strong cybersecurity strategy can provide a good security position against harmful attacks, and it also designed to access other to access, alter, delete the data, or extort an organization's or user system and the sensitive data. It also helps to avoid the attacks that aim to disable or disorder systems or device operation. Means for that purpose, the cyber security is there, and you know very well the cyber security that must be provided in different way. The protection of a data is essential. The data, the money transfer is important, and the money over here, the data will be transferred from sender to receiver uh, exactly. And one can say that the same thing that can be performed in case of a money transfer. The money will be get transferred from source to destination in a correct way, correct manner, and in a correct amount, means correct amount of money that will be get transferred. Means suppose I am transferring the 1000 rupees to the other person, then the other person who is the receiver, he exactly receives the amount that is of a 1000 rupees. The cyber laws of India, in simple way, we say that the cyber crime is unlawful act wherein computer is either a tool or target or both. Means cyber crime is a target, unlawful activity, and or you can say that both of the things those are there. These cyber crimes can involve the criminal activities that are traditional in nature, such as theft, as I earlier mentioned you, some types of the frauds, duplicate thing, scandal, mischief, and all of which are subject to the Indian Penal Code. Means violation of the law that comes under that much of a things those are performed by the person over there. The abuse of the computers are also given but to complete direction to a new age crimes that are addressed by the Information Technology Act 2000. We can categorize the cyber crimes in two ways: the computer as a target, using a computer to attack other computers, example hacking, virus, or the worm attacks, also the DOS attack, etc. The computer as a weapon, here we are considering within the second thing, the using the computers to commit real world crimes, example cyber terrorism, intellectual property rights, IPR violations, credit card frauds, EFT, that is electronic fund transfer, that I already mentioned you, electronically fund transfer frauds, the pornography you are aware with, like that. These are the some of the examples of violation of the laws or these types of the crimes, those will be happened by the most of the persons, most of the people for violating the law. The cyber law, that is also referred as a cyber law, and it is a term that is used to describe the legal issues related to use of communication technology to the internet. And in essence, the cyber law is an attempt to integrate the challenges presented by the human and interact with the legacy system of law applicable to the physical world. The some of the cyberspace and security. There are the advantages of the cyber law. When we consider the advantage, the first advantage which is related with the cyber law is that organizations are now able to carry out a e-commerce using the legal infrastructure provided by the act. Digital second advantageous point is that digital signature have been given legal validity and sanction in the act. Third advantage, it has opened the doors for the entry of corporate companies for issuing digital signature certificates in the business of being certifying authorities. Fourth advantage, it allows government to issue notifications on the web, thus heralding e-governance, controlling e-governance. It gives authority to the companies or organizations to file any form, application, or any other document with any office, authority, body, or agency owned or controlled by the suitable government in e-form, using the e-form as may be prescribed by the suitable government. Sixth advantageous point, the IT Act has also addresses the important issues of the security which are critical to the electronic transactions. And seventh advantageous point, cyber law provides both hardware and the software security.